Hey guys, the last 3 or 4 videos that we've released have had their comments sections enabled, and we don't know why. We've done what we've been doing for the last 6-7 months. We just upload the video, and usually the comment section will stay enabled for 10-15 minutes or sometimes for a couple of hours, and then some algorithm or some setting in YouTube turns them off. So it's usually long enough for people to leave 10-20 comments sometimes, and then it gets turned off and all those comments disappear. So that's what's been happening for 7 months. So there was a couple of times in the last 7 months where we released a video and the comments section stayed enabled. It's happened a couple of times, and then the next video we'd release, it'd be disabled again. The next one would be disabled again. So the last 3 or 4 that we've released, the comments have remained enabled and are still enabled, and people are commenting. So people have been saying, what's going on? You know, what did you do? How did you get it turned back on? We haven't done anything. I mean, we did a lot. The first couple of months we were sending lots and lots of emails to create a support in at YouTube, trying to get them to help us, and they just kept sending us cut and paste responses telling us that tens of millions of videos have had their comments turned off to protect the children, apparently. So they didn't do anything to help us at all. We don't know why suddenly the comments are working again, but we just don't trust that it's going to stay like that, because, you know, we've seen this happen before. The last 7 months, a couple of times it's happened, and then they stop working again. So we're not getting excited about it yet. The other problem we still have, of course, is the other 3,800 videos that we have up. Those comments are still disabled, and we tried to turn them back on again. We've tried it lots of times to turn them back on, and it says they're enabled, but they're not. So that remains a problem. It's actually had a huge effect on our view counts. There's a thing, those of you who don't post videos, there are statistics available to people who post videos, and it tells you, you know, how many views you've had on each video, but it also gives you total view counts every month. And because we have so many videos on YouTube, our view counts are actually pretty high. I mean, we've had 92 million views over the last 10 years, but the last 7 months since the comments were disabled, our view counts have plummeted. We don't really care about that. This is just a little bit more information to you about the effect that this has had. The effect of view counts plummeting has been that our small YouTube income has become even smaller, by about 40%. So it's not much anyway, guys. It's rarely above $100 that we get from YouTube in a month. So it doesn't really matter, you know, it doesn't really matter. This is just keeping you guys informed as to the whole picture, you know, what's going on. So look, we don't know. Again, at the end of this month, for some reason, you can only apply for a partner manager twice. There's 2 months a year where you can do it, and this year, September, first month was May or March, and then we can apply in September for a partner manager. And the deal is, if you have more than 100,000 subscribers, you can be assigned a partner manager who's supposed to help you. They go on about how they help with producing your videos and with getting out a bigger audience and all this sort of stuff. We're not really interested in any of that. What we really want is just somebody who can help us when these things happen, because over the years, you know, those of you who have been with us for a few years will know, over the years we've had lots of stuff like this happen. You know, last year we had all the revenue from YouTube cancelled, like monetization turned off, so we didn't earn any money from YouTube for 3 months, because they said we'd been copying videos, and because we don't, you know, those of you watching our videos know every video is an original. And then it took 3 months for them to decide, oh no, you haven't been copying videos, that was a mistake, and they turned our monetization back on. Didn't give us the money they owed us, you know, didn't say, oh, here's your 3 months revenue or anything. They just went, oh yeah, no, that wasn't right. It's sort of like the most amazing, like almost a justice system, but But it's an amazing situation where they can just say that you're guilty of something and punish you, and then later say, oh, you're not guilty of that at all, and then not reverse the punishment. You've still been punished. And over the last 10 years, we've had a lot of that. Those of you who have been with us from the start, you know, we've had a lot of that over the years. You know, we get punished for things, and then they go, oh, finally some human being looks at it and says, oh, no, you didn't do anything wrong. But they never reverse the punishment. They never do. So this is the same thing with having our comments turned off. They've basically, you know, we've been put in the same category as channels where, and they've said we did nothing wrong to have our comments turned off. They said that this is in response to some other problems they've had with pedophiles on YouTube. Not us, not our channel. They said, you know, we haven't done anything wrong, but it's the people leaving comments. So they're basically saying you guys have done something wrong. That's what their system's saying, that you guys have been leaving pedophile comments on videos, and for that reason we've had our comment section turned off. So, you know, they're not saying that as individuals, that it's their algorithm has decided that, right? So at some stage, we hope in September, if we get this partner manager, that they'll look at it and say, oh no, you know, you guys don't have you have hardly any videos with kids in them, and those have never had pedophile comments, and oh, you do monitor your channel, because we've read every comment posted on our videos for the last 10 years. We spend quite a lot of time every day, or we did do, reading all the comments. Now we spend our time reading the comments on Patreon and on Facebook. But when the comments were enabled on our YouTube videos, we're getting about 500 comments a day, because 3,500 videos, right? So we get about 500 comments a day, and we read every one of them, and can't recall in 10 years ever having any comment that could have been a pedophile comment. We had some stupid comments, and we had some comments from arseholes, and we've had comments like that over the years that we've deleted, but not one pedophile comment, not one comment or situation that has put any children at risk at all, you know. So disabling our comments to protect children is not really necessary, really. We would go out of our way to protect children if it was necessary, and it hasn't been. So yeah, look, to answer those people, what did you do? How did you get your comments turned back on? We haven't done anything recently. You know, we gave up on sending emails to YouTube, because all we'd get is the same cut and paste, you know, and we'd write back and say, yeah, we've seen that cut and paste about protecting the children, but, you know, and we're basically saying what we just said now, that we check every video, and we've never had every comment, we've never had a pedophile comment, and we told them all that, and then they'd send back the same cut and paste again. We're doing this to protect the children, so just go around in circles. So we gave up on that. It obviously wasn't going to work. We'll try again in September. Don't know what's going to happen. We'd like to have our comments turned back on all our videos, because, you know, people see, if we spend a bit of time watching videos on YouTube, and if we go to watch a video and then go to comment and the comments have been disabled, it always gives the impression that the people that posted the video don't believe in free speech or something, and it's annoying, and it's like, oh yeah, right, okay, we're not allowed to comment on your videos, and so sort of don't want to watch any more of their videos, do you, if they've done that? And that's probably what's been happening with our channel is, you know, people watch one of our videos and go to comment, and comments are turned off, and they go, oh, what's wrong with these people? They don't want feedback, they don't want opinions, they don't want comments. Oh, well, screw them, we won't watch any more of their videos, which would be a quite reasonable response, wouldn't it? And that's probably the result. The result of that has been that our view counts have plummeted by about, you know, 40%. So, fair enough too, you know, fair enough. So yeah, we'd really like to see our comments turned back on all our videos. We'll see what happens in September. Don't be surprised, guys, if comments continue to be enabled. Who knows? You know, who knows? I mean, those of you who have been using YouTube for a while, anybody who's posted videos on YouTube know that there's all sorts of glitches. None of this is surprising at all, that, you know, they'd be turned off for 7 months and then suddenly start working again and then get turned off again, and, you know, because it's all automated. There's not someone sitting in at YouTube messing with us, you know, it's not a human being involved. It's just, like they said, they turned off comments on millions of videos, you know, finding a solution to that. The solution to that can't be, you know, the people at YouTube sitting there checking each channel and turning them back on. It's obviously not logistically possible to do that with tens of millions of videos. So they're obviously working on algorithms that will help weed it out, you know. But we know if you do manage to have a partner manager, we know some people who have them, and when they have these sort of problems, it gets fixed straight away. They send an email and say, you know, they've messed up, they've been messing with our channel, and the partner managers fix it usually. So it's possible. It is possible if we can get a partner manager, they might be able to sort it out for us. Who knows? Who knows? Well, the way we see it with YouTube is over the years we've learned that nothing's guaranteed, nothing's for sure, and that, you know, there's nothing you can do about a lot of these things. So our solution to it is to try and stay sort of independent of them to a certain extent, you know. So with that in mind, we have our Daily Motion channel. So Daily Motion, it's sort of a similar thing to YouTube. So we have a channel on there that has 1,000 videos on it, and that's our backup. If ever YouTube shut us totally down, that's where we're going to go. We've got Facebook and Twitter to help us keep in touch with viewers, you know. But the most important thing we've done to be independent is Patreon. You know, the 184 people on Patreon who support our channel every month, they're the only reason we're still making videos. You know, we would just not be able to do it if it wasn't for those guys. We wouldn't be able to spend the time doing it. You know, the amount of time that we put into it every month, you know, we couldn't do that for the $100 we get from YouTube. You know, it just wouldn't be on. You know, couldn't justify it. We've got a family, you know. We've got in-laws. We got in-laws that would give us a heck of a lot of grief. You know, the only reason that every time they visit us and I'm sitting at the computer, you know, doing the YouTube, Facebook thing, and Patreon thing, that, you know, the only way you can justify it is saying it's a part-time job. Arbeitel. And then they go, oh, okay, he's working, and then that's okay. You know, because sitting at the computer for a few hours every day, editing videos and posting videos and shooting videos and faffing around, doing all that stuff, if it was just a hobby, the question would be asked, you know, why isn't he at work earning more money to pay the bills? Why is he sitting there playing on the computer? But when I'm sitting there editing a video, I can say to them, it's a part-time job, it's Arbeitel, right? I'm working. And they go, oh, that's good, right? So it's not all about the in-laws, but it's part of it. It's definitely a part of it, you know. And I mean, the truth is that rather, you know, if it wasn't for Patreon, we'd stop making videos on YouTube or stop making videos. YouTube's irrelevant. Stop making videos and go to work more. And the simple, honest truth is that making videos about Japan is what we love doing, you know. The whole crew enjoy the making videos for YouTube thing and watching them after we've posted them, you know. Some of them more than others we really like doing. So you know, that's much better than going to work. So we much prefer to do that. But the simple truth is that if it wasn't for Patreon, it wouldn't be an option. Just have to spend more time at work to earn the money to pay the bills. Those of you who have families would understand that. This is a horrible intersection, this one, every time. So, yeah, look, with that in mind too, the patronage has dropped off. Now, we don't know if that is a result of the people not being able to comment, you know, because it's definitely affected our little community. You know, there are some people that don't want to be on Facebook and because Mark Zuckerberg is a dickhead. And so there are some people that don't want to be on Facebook, and those people, a lot of them that we've had for years, we've sort of lost contact with, and because they're not on Patreon either, you know. So you know, it's really affected our relationship with lots of people, which is a shame, and we wonder if that's affected our Patreon support as well, because that's dropped off as well. We worked out what we needed for the amount of time that we spend, what we needed to to support the channel, and it's not there, it's dropped right off. This whole heap of people have dropped right off. So with that in mind too, you know, if you're already on Patreon and you know, you're one of the $2 a month people or something, and you can step it up a little bit, that'd be great. And if you're not on Patreon already, and you know, if you'd have a look at it and think about it, and if you'd like to see us continue to make videos and you like what we do, then please think about supporting the channel on Patreon and allowing it to continue doing what we're doing. So anyway, there it was. If the comment thing does continue, if it does stay enabled and does continue, we're going to celebrate by doing some giveaways on YouTube, because we haven't done that for not this year anyway. So we'd like to do some more of that. So if we can, we'll if it stays enabled, we'll do a giveaway on YouTube. Wouldn't that be a novelty, hey? And we'll keep you informed what happens in September if we manage to get a partner manager, and if they manage to do us some good, we'll let you know. We'll tell you all about it. So anyway, there it was. Nothing at all to do with Japan. That's a rare thing on this channel, isn't it? Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.